Alright, what's good YouTube? It's your boy RJ back at you again with another video. Alright y'all, so we about to react to a Return to Slap terrified us as children by your girl Toon. Y'all already know the vibes. If you like, please like and subscribe and comment as well, and turn on post notification bell so you never miss when I upload a video. And let's get straight into it.
King Ramses' Curse, an episode from the beloved animated series Courage the Cowardly Dog, is one of those rare television experiences that not only terrifies us as children, but continues to evoke chills well into adulthood. The episode's horror...
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what it was about this episode that made it so scary, but I don't know, it was just something that made it so scary. I don't know if it was the way bro looked or just like, I'm also thinking it was the way bro looked, because he kind of had like this little weird little 3D type of vibe to him, and that's probably what made him so scary. Well, that made him scare us as kids. And then the fact, I don't know, it was just like, it was just the way bro was looking, bro.
Horror is derived from an ingenious combination of unsettling visuals, disturbing sound design,
and then that weird sound that would play in the background, like that little weird music that would play in the background whenever he pop on screen or whatever.
Ingrained sense of wrongness that taps into primal fears. King Ramses' haunting presence with his cryptic, unearthly demands.
Return the slide.
Yep, exactly. And I ain't gonna lie, he still, like, obviously, as us as adults, he not gonna, he ain't gonna scare us like he did when we were children. But I ain't gonna lie, like, again, it's probably the visual. He just looked like he just genuinely just looked creepy. Well, I'm gonna shut up talking though.
Makes the episode memorable and effectively frightening. To this day, King Ramses' Curse is widely regarded as one of the scariest episodes in children's animation, demonstrating how the creators of Courage expertly crafted an unsettling experience that resonates across generations.
Yep.
One of the most striking aspects of this episode is King Ramses' appearance, created in a 3D animation style that clashes with the rest of Courage's 2D aesthetic. This visual disparity is more than just a stylistic choice. It amplifies the sense of unease by making Ramses feel alien and out of place within the world of Courage.
Yeah, because...
Oh, come on.
His movements are unsettling when he appears.
Because Courage is a scary cartoon that's more so like on the 2D style of it, or on the 2D style of things, versus where King Ramses was like a 3D style, and bro, he literally just stood there, and he had like a, I'm pretty sure that's not what was going on, but he looked like he had like a stop motion type of vibe to him. And I ain't gonna lie, stop motion is hard to do.
Face remains largely expressionless, adding to his uncanny aura.
To me, that's usually like he had a stop motion.
A figure that doesn't belong to children watching, evoking a deep-rooted discomfort as our minds attempt to process him. Even as adults, we can recognize this as an early example of how subtle animation style choices can alter a scene's emotional tone. Ramses is not just another strange villain, he is something profoundly different and therefore more frightening. Watching this as an adult only heightens this realization as we understand the technical and narrative depth behind the choice to make Ramses look different from every other character. King Ramses' repeated demand
Return the slide
is another crucial factor that solidifies the episode's haunting nature.
Yeah, because
his voice is both...
Yeah, because most of the time, because majority of the time that he talked, that's all you heard was return the slab or suffer my curse.
Monotonous and hollow, devoid of human warmth or emotion. This line, often delivered in repetition, creates an almost ritualistic chant that resonates in the viewer's mind long after the episode ends.
Return the slide. Return the slide. Return the slide. Return the slide.
For children, the sparse dialogue and strange echoing quality of his voice were unlike anything heard in other cartoons. Instead of a villain with personality and motive, Ramses comes across as an unstoppable force driven solely by ancient, relentless purpose. His voice, low and booming, demands attention and embodies authority, invoking the sense that he is something beyond human understanding. Pacing is drawn out, creating a feeling of dread. The episode allows each curse to unfold methodically, giving viewers time to anticipate what will happen next and increasing the tension with each new plague.
This night you will be visited by 3 plagues, each worse than the last. Return the slab.
Each curse is biblical, designed to torment the greedy Eustace poetically and ironically.
What's your offer?
Return the slab.
That man ain't caring nothing about no offer.
Okay, I'm done.
For Courage, this plague is a test of endurance, both mental and physical. We as viewers feel his desperation, especially as Eustace remains indifferent to the suffering of Courage and Muriel.
All right, but $1 million's as low as I'll go.
Nah, bro, you tweaking.
Turn your pastime
My fault, yo. About
into your full time. Your
Gotta subscribe to me, get the ad blocker.
King Ramses, while terrifying, also represents justice. His curses are not arbitrary acts of malice, but a punishment for the desecration of his tomb and Eustace's greedy refusal to return the slab. This episode is memorable not only because of its scares, but also because of the message that underscores Ramses' haunting. The episode highlights the consequences of disrespecting the dead and exploiting their belongings for profit. For children, the morality behind Ramses' wrath may not be immediately evident, but it registers as something fundamentally wrong. There's a sense that Eustace's greed is inviting danger not just upon himself, but upon his family, making him unsympathetic and Ramses more justifiable in his actions. As adults, we can see Ramses as a more nuanced figure, almost like an avenging spirit bound by duty rather than malice. Eustace's downfall at the end, where he's devoured by the locusts and replaced on Ramses' slab, is a satisfying conclusion that serves both as a horror twist and a moral consequence. The episode becomes a tale not just of scares, but poetic justice.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I forgot that toward the end at the end of the episode, he literally replaced King Ramsey. I forgot about that, but that was funny.
A narrative that resonates with viewers of all ages. It leaves us with a reminder that greed has its price. A message that makes the horror more profound and lasting.
$1 million slab stolen from the tomb of King Ramses.
Hey, I'm rich. And you know what $1 million means.
I'm a well-to-do dude with a 1% freaking nightmare. Like a bank tycoon or the president, Sam I care.
Bro, what, bro? Where that song, bro? Who made that song? Where did that song come from?
They reading.
God, dog, she crying like she laughing on her. She
King
crying.
Ramses' curse lies in its combination of unconventional animation, minimalist dialogue, eerie pacing, and psychological terror, which together create an experience that was horrifying to us as children and remains impactful today. The episode is a masterclass in how children's television can effectively use horror elements without the need for explicit.
And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, this was back in like the early 2000s and late 90s, bro. Like, the Courage came on in 1999, I think, but bro, this was when cartoons were peak, bro. Cartoons was fire, bro. We had cartoons like Courage, we had Johnny Bravo, we had Kid Next Door, Ed and Eddie, things like that. Teen Titans. Right now we got things like, which I'm not bashing it, like, it's a pretty fire show and it made me laugh. Like, we got things like freaking Teen Titans Go, Craig of the Creek, which ain't bad, and then we had Clarence. He was cool too, but that's gone. Then you got other shows like Bluey. SpongeBob's still around, but SpongeBob basically done turned into like a kid show because I don't know, bro. SpongeBob just done turned into a kid show, and I don't know, gang. I don't.
gore or violence. Instead, it relies on atmosphere, the unknown, and a strong moral underpinning to drive the fear, proving that true horror can be both subtle and profound. Decades after its release, King Ramses' Curse continues to resonate with fans because it taps into universal fears of the unknown, of retribution, and forces beyond our understanding. It's a story that feels ancient yet fresh, much like Ramses himself, who, despite his menacing presence, is ultimately a figure demanding respect. The episode endures as a classic not only because it frightened us as children, but also because as adults we can see the layers of thought, artistry, and depth that make it one of the most chilling and effective episodes in Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
Yep, for sure.
Return the slab.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that would, like, when you a kid, that when you a kid, that creeps you out, for real.
Return the slab. Return the slab.
What's your offer?
Return the slab.
Alright, y'all, so that was basically the Returning Slab terrified us as children. That was my reaction to it. Hope you guys liked it. Please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, and it's your boy RJ, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.